Gets in on the bat of Pete Alonso. Luis Garcia has to go a long way, but gets the Mets first baseman by a couple steps. 2 quick outs for Mason Thompson.
Washington Nationals pitcher Mason Thompson is by far the most talented bullpen arm in the system right now. His combination of his extreme physical attributes, his explosive movement, and excellent velocity is every pitching coach's dream. The stats like him, the peripherals love him, but it doesn't seem like the Nats do. And in my opinion, they are patently mismanaging the development of a pitcher who should be a franchise cornerstone for the next half-decade. But before I get to that, let's just focus on Mason Thompson himself. Thompson was acquired for Daniel Hudson at the 2021 trade deadline as a pitcher with starting experience transitioning into a reliever. Shout out Huddy, by the way. Comes over in a trade, owns the playoffs, wins the World Series, pitches great in the first half of 21 to get some trade value. It was just perfect. Anyways, Thompson's 2021 season in Washington showed plenty of promise, but it was clear he needed more experience to become consistent. Perfect! He should have plenty of opportunity this season since the Nationals are in a rebuild. What could go wrong?
Because of his routes. The last pitch at 93.
Paul Lessard, Davey Martinez, and that's it.
I just had to say something, didn't I? Luckily, this injury was a bicep strain and not the dreaded other one. Thompson ended up missing about 3 months due to this injury, but after a lengthy rehab stint, he was back on the mound for the Nationals in early July, and for 2 weeks, he showcased a pitching masterclass, throwing 5 scoreless innings, only allowing 1 hit, and walking a grand total of 0 batters. His reward for this performance? Option to AAA for 38-year-old Anibal Sanchez. I'd like to say there was some kind of silver lining to this move, but no. Everybody was pissed about it. The Nationals chose to option Thompson instead of other pitchers on the active roster at the time, like Jordan Weems and Tyler Clippard. I'm not trying to watch this old man float 78-mile-per-hour splitters over the heart of the plate. I'm trying to watch the most electric arm in the organization hurl 97-mile-per-hour sinkers for a bad team, because that's the best time to let him do it. I mean, seriously, go watch these appearances. It's like he's playing catch out there. In fact, I'll show you one. Here's the first batter Thompson has faced in the show in months. The batter is Garrett Cooper, who will be an all-star. Thompson goes easy 96 to the outer half, nasty front door slider called for a strike, and then completely fools him into an awkward check swing ground ball to first. We seriously actually prioritized 40-year-old Tyler Clippard over Mason Thompson. So fine, whatever, he's in Rochester for a while, comes back up after the deadline to join the squad for the long haul as a young player on a bad team gaining experience. Perfect. Except no, instead, Baldy claimed 40-year-old Jake McGee off waivers to replace Thompson. He must have been a really good pitcher, right?
Nope.
So after all of that nonsense, he finally comes up in September, and the Nationals proceeded to use him almost exclusively in garbage innings, in huge wins, rare, and losses. Overall, he was really solid in that role, but this is not the precedent the Nationals should be setting. Your best pitcher should be pitching in the 7th inning, 8th inning, 9th inning, in high leverage situations, not mopping up after Eric Fetty in the 4th inning. I mean, you look at his game logs, and it was like he was thrown into games at random. 3 innings here, 0.1 innings there, goes back-to-back and then doesn't pitch for 3 days after that. It's like this meme. Thompson is the high-end car, and the Nationals' 8-run deficit is the house. Get it? Nearly 22 of his 24.2 innings pitched last season were in low-leverage situations. As far as I'm concerned, that stat alone is enough to put the old manager and general manager on the hot seat. But that's where things stand as of now. I'm willing to give all of this a pass if they utilize Thompson correctly in 2023. Show some confidence in your best pitcher and put him in some high leverage spots to see what he's got, because there's literally zero reason not to.